to have in the studio Queen Val. Queen Val, welcome to the Entrepreneurs Lounge.
Well, thank you, RK. Thank you for the warm welcome.
Wow, it's an honor to finally meet you because we started talking on the phone, getting to know each other.
Yes.
And you know, when you're trying to get to know somebody before you meet them, you're assuming short. You're laughing, right?
I know.
You're laughing, right?
No, I get you.
And then I see you today and I'm like, hey, okay.
Okay.
All right. Not that it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing, yeah.
You know, so it's an honor for me to finally meet you in the studio and to sort of get into your story because you've written a book where, you know, you talk about beauty and you talk, you know, and we want to find out all that. But before we do that, just
I go and do some crown, but I think the most notable ones. Well, my name is Valerie Chingonzo.
Okay.
You know, Queen Val. That's where Queen Val comes from because I've won so many crowns over the years. So I then named myself a queen in general. So that's where the name came from. But I started modeling at the age of 5. So I basically won at every school that I attended. So that's Miss Hendrilo. I grew up in Valbeaut. So Miss Hendrilo Primary, Miss Evelyn High School. As I was going up, Miss Women's University. I did Miss Valbeaut. I won First Princess. I did Miss Zimbabwe. I only got to top 5 in Miss Zimbabwe, and I didn't do it again. But my highest pageant was Miss Women's University, which took me to Miss University Zimbabwe, and I won that. And then I won the World Miss Universities pageant in China. So yeah, that was my biggest pageant. It stood for Beauty with Brains, so that's what I just ran with.
Guys, I need help in here. I can't stand this. I'm starstruck.
No, you're not.
I'm so starstruck. Wow. Wow. Started at the age of 5.
5, yes.
Parents.
Please don't ask how old I am now. Okay,
you don't
just
ask,
checking.
You don't ask a woman
All
how
right.
old they are.
Okay, thank you.
But I'm sure, who wanted you to take up modeling?
It was my mother. It was my mother. She had done a course in modeling, grooming, and etiquette, and my older sister was already into modeling. So at the age of 5, at my preschool, she entered me into a little pageant there, and that's just how it started.
Do you regret it? Do you say, thank you, Mom, you did a good thing?
It's thank you, Mom, she did a good thing. Because later on, when I was now in Form 4, she changed her mind and she was like, I need you to do school. I don't want you to do modeling anymore. So I had to beg her to say, okay, I'll do school, but as soon as I'm done, please allow me to continue with the modeling. So
there you have it, you know. So
called Valbeaut Image Consultancy. We deal in grooming and etiquette training, image building, communication skills, mannerisms, body deportment, makeup, wardrobe planning, fashion and styling, self-concept evaluation, psychological evaluation. So because of that's basically what we do in the business, I decided to come up with a manual for the business, which is this book. So this book is basically, it's not a novel, whatever, it's a manual. So each chapter talks about something. Exercise, one chapter is fashion and style, the other chapter is for men, chapter 16, grooming for men. So each chapter has exactly what we do in the business. But chapter 1 is about myself and my journey and why I became an image consultant and why I wrote a book about beauty, health, wellness, and image.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1 is my story.
Let's get into that one. I think.
Yeah. I mean, I have noticed a lot just in the corporate space or just with individuals. When we look at men, I would say it's just being polished. Polished. I think we lack that. We still lack that. Yeah. So we are a bit more comfortable. As kunyaso shika pani imwe level, yokunyaso tumuno is polished from head to toe. So if it's your hair, it's well kempt, from your nails, it's attention to detail. You know, your toenails, well-fitting suits, well-fitting clothing, whatever your body weight is or body shape. Okay, so it's not, you shouldn't have long sleeves, a suit that has sleeves that are, you know, reach up to your longer than your wrist or longer than your ankles. A lot of men do that. So they need more of well-fitting, tailor-made suits because once you have well-fitting clothes, you look very sharp. You look very polished.
Hey, Valerie, I'm glad to hear you. It's Audrey from Bulawayo.
Oh, Unjani, Audrey.
Unjani.
Yeah, Peter.
Yeah, well, 21 minutes to 10. If you've got any questions, today we've got an author as well as an entrepreneur coming through a journey of modeling. Been through so many things, and if you go through her book as well, I think what I like is you put your life experiences in that book for somebody.
It's going pretty well. The book is on Amazon, so you can find it on Amazon, and the link is on my social medias at Queen Val on Instagram. And then apart from that, the hard copies, because I launched in 2020. It was an online launch because it was during COVID lockdown, so it was a different kind of launch, very interesting. I launched with a lot of diasporans. It was actually launched in the States, and I was hosting from Zimbabwe, launching the book, which was super cool.
Wow.
And then after that, this year, I got the hard copies, and I've been distributing. So you can find it in all Innovate bookstores, Folio at Sam Levy's Village. Also, a lot of individuals have bought the book, friends, family, people I know. Some reach out on Facebook on the Kingdom Beauty Regime page, and I go and deliver personally. And then finally, I'm going to be delivering in schools. So my schools program started today, actually. Today I went to my first school, and I speak to the students, and then after that they order the book. So that's where the larger market is, the schools, the students, the teenagers, because they need a lot of help. There are a lot of issues with body image these days. A lot of issues with, and which is, that's why I have a whole chapter in the book talking about it. I talk about, the surgery and all of that. That's why you have to love yourself. You have to understand yourself. You have to have other things that you are proud of, so that you don't just look at your flesh, your body, as the only thing that makes you. So Valerie, my face, that's not the only thing that makes me. I have a lot to me.
Hold on,
I have my achievements.
I need to do this.
Oh wow. You're making me shy.
No, I like that, because you know what? A lot of people are failing to make it because they feel inferior. Do you understand? Somebody's blaming themselves for the side.
Image issues are more real at that age, and with social media, it's just in their faces, and they want to be like these celebrities. And how are you going to get to look like those celebrities? It's going to take a lot, and you'll never love yourself. Before you know it, you're now older. You wasted your glory years trying to be someone you're not. I believe everyone is a brand, right? So your brand, make it work. So if you're a slim model like myself, that's who I am. That's my brand. I'm not even going to try to be anyone else. That's just it.
I think you carry very important lessons, because
it's real.
It's
the
real,
world we're living in, yes.
It's so real.
It's real. But also, women need a lot of affirmation from men. That's what I've noticed, from the men in their lives. So it can be your father. It's a competition. You want to look a certain way because you feel like you'll be loved more. You feel like you get more jobs. You feel like you get more money, more followers if you look a certain way. But when you are affirmed, and when you I then go to the spiritual side. When you have something that governs you, something that you look up to, when you pray, when you understand who you are and whose you are in Christ, you don't waste your time with these trends. Tomorrow you can wake up and the big booty is now out of fashion. What are you gonna do?
No, I finally said it.
I was trying.
You
this
really
is radio. No, I had to. They need to understand what I'm talking about.
Don't say it again, but you said it.
I said it. So I mean,
he's got an important factor to your sort of life, to your business, to who you are, to how you sort of look at some of these values.
He's a central part to everything that I do. The only issue is I don't mention him all the time, and I do it on purpose. So I'm like his brand ambassador. So what I do, I capture people with my energy and talking a lot, and the picture on my book, because it just looks like out there, right? And then once you buy the book and you start reading, you're gonna meet God in there. But I won't even tell you that the book has verses. I don't even do that. I just sell the book to you, and it's all about beauty. But when you get in there, it's actually quite deep. There's a lot of verses. There's a lot of Bible principles, biblical principles are in this book. So that's why it's called Kingdom Beauty Regime. That's where it came from. I was inspired at church. Literally, the idea came from God for me to write this book, particularly for my industry, for women, for young girls. So and everybody who's worked on this book were just very prayerful and Christian, and it's been a whole journey. But I'm very careful.
Do you think? Okay, here's the question.
Very much, very much. Having God in your life, like I said, it just governs your behavior, gives you peace. You're not trying to be like everybody else in the world. You are operating above everybody else. So you're not moved by these trends. You're not moved by these issues that are happening. You have something more special in you. And you just stay away from temptation. There's so many temptations. We're talking about a young man, we're talking about a young woman. There's so many stresses that are happening each and every day. And even for me, it's not easy. At times I just want to run away from all of this. Like, who am I to be inspiring a whole generation, going to students and teenagers? I just want to live my life and do whatever and not even care what people think. But because of my relationship with Christ, it just anchors me. And it tells me that you are doing this for someone else, not for you. For such a time as this.
Mary is a very good girl. She's polite girl. Okay. I know Tina, she's witty, she works hard. I was a chaperone Rimwe Gore.
Oh, that's Mama Dlamini.
Does
Yes.
this ring a bell?
Yes, Miss
Yeah.
Zimbabwe. She's my mom.
Oh,
I love
wow.
her.
She's tuning in and
Aww.
she's actually written
So supportive.
a story that I'm not annotated.
Aww.
But she says it's a very
Thank
good
you,
girl.
Mama.
Girl.
Yes, girl. Yes, she's very right. I'm a girl.
She still sees you as a girl.
No, I'm a girl pretty much. You didn't ask me my age, did you?
I'm not going to try and do that. I'm not even going to try and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try and do that. What is this one saying here? What is this one saying? You know, messages just come in there, dozens here. Okay, no. I don't have that number. I'm sorry. I don't have that number. Shout out to you,
Okay.
RK and Val. It's hashtag Dankote. Okay, thank you very much for that one. So yeah, we're talking about the book that you wrote and you know, your business and the challenges that you faced. Now,
Yeah.
how do you balance being an author and an entrepreneur?
All right. Well, for both of them, it started at the age of 9. That's when I wanted to own a business called Valbeaut. So I had the name of the company at the age of 9.
Okay.
And also at the age of 9, that's when I wanted to be an author. So these things I didn't just like wake up like one night and like, let me write a book or let me run a business. I always wanted to do this. I just didn't know, especially the book, what I was going to write about.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Did I answer the question?
Yeah. So how
Let
do
me
you,
continue.
So you started when you were 9.
Yes, so I started when I was 9. Yes, so the business that I do when I explained, it's about grooming and etiquette and image building, health, wellness, self development, and then the book. I then wrote a book that's all about my business that ties into my business.
Okay.
So the two are intertwined. It's one thing.
Okay.
Yes.
You've written how many books? One?
One book. It's just one book. I think I'll be good with one book.
Okay.
My publicist was saying I should do a men's edition because this one is more biased to women. So we talk about nail care, hair care. So maybe if I do a men's edition, that'll be the second book that I'll write. But I think I'll be good. I don't want to get too much into the writing.
Like I said, when you said it's a luxury, I thought, no, it's not a luxury. I think it's a necessity. Now, obviously, when you're walking up and about in the different corridors.
I just want to say thank you so much, especially to the the listeners and all the love that has been shared and the assistance. I'm willing to assist because this was a 3-year journey writing this book, so it wasn't easy. I was working with an amazing publicist. She's based in South Africa right now. She would definitely love to assist. I would love to say I do encourage people to just talk about their journeys, talk about their life stories, package it like RK said. That becomes a product. That can become your next business, literally your life, or your brand can become your next business. So I chose a business something that I genuinely love. I didn't choose something that I don't understand, but I chose something that's my passion. So it's easy for me to train people because that's what I live every day. And allow your business to speak for itself. When people look at you, they shouldn't have to ask or wonder. They should just know either she's into image or she does makeup or she's a model based on just the way you carry yourself. So carry yourself the way you want people to perceive you. So reality is image is perception, is not necessarily reality. It can become perception until it becomes reality. So show people what you want them to think of you, and with time you'll become that person.